Hello everybody and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. Yes, I am late to the party. I'm Grandmastergrump and today we're going to be playing this blind. This is my first time playing this. Never played it, never watched it, don't know anything about it. I know it's got a bit of a cult following. I know it's got a few twists and turns, so yeah, without further ado guys, let's crack on with it, shall we? Oh, please enter your name. Grump. Oh, not Grimp. Grump. Fucking hell. Right, there we go. Cool. That'll do. Grump. Let's sort the mic out, guys. Hey. Hey, what? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. I apologise now, guys, if my reading is horrendous. I tend to read ahead before my brain has time to catch up, so I mess up my words sometimes. But anyway, here we go. That girl is Sayori, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd see yourself making today, but it's just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Okay. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Where's Sayori? Haha! Am I meant to do voices? Haha! I can't do voices, but anyway. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Eee! You say you were thinking about ignoring me. Oh, you say that like you were about... Okay. That means Grump? Well, if people stare at you... Oh, that's me. Oh, Christ. I'm not even reading who's meant to be talking. That's me. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, sorry. I wish, like, it would change the colour of the background or something when it changes character, because I'm missing the name change there. Anyway, let's continue, shall we, guys? Hee hee, or ee hee. We cross the street together and make our way to school. Okay. Oh. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Grump, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any club. Oh God, that's me again. I messed up again. I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. Okay, fair enough. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations, but I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. He sounds like a right arse. It's like he doesn't want to be her friend and she's some sort of like tag along that he's just like, I'll just put up with her. Anyway, I will try to notice if the name change comes up over there, guys, because I don't want to keep repeating myself in different voices. Sorry likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Sounds all right. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialise or have any skills before college. I think you should know how to socialise by now, but anyway. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a neat for a few years because you're not used to the real world. What's a neat? Am I out of touch? I don't know what a bloody neat is. Anyway. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. Oh, I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. See, I did it again. I'm screwing up, guys. Oh my god. Right. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. I mean, she's just trying to be nice, I guess, but you shouldn't force people to do stuff they don't want to do. Right, let's crack on. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Don't know, mate. Looks like she's into you. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. Fair enough. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's all over before I know it. What? Okay, that was bloody quick. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Mate, you're in school, you should be running out that bloody door, not sitting there. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I'll have no choice but to start with the anime club. Okay. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realise that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to... You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. You see, some of this... I know it's like translated and it's pretty good, but wait up for me. That sounds like you're waiting up before you go to bed, but... whatever. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, you could come to my club. Sayori. Yay! There's no way I'm going to your club. What an ass. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Oh, okay. Cool. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Well, maybe because you didn't ask, you just spend your time running away from her, the poor girl. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. She was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club. She inherited the title vice president. Fair enough. What's wrong with that? That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. Oh, what? And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. I like cupcakes. Look, I've got cupcakes here. Awesome. And chocolate milk. I'm not a child, honestly. But you can't beat chocolate milk and cupcakes. Anyway. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning to have planned all of this out. I'm going to say she planned it. Yeah, I reckon she planned it. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Cool, gonna go get cupcakes. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I've done that many a time. Christ. I mean, it's a cupcake. So, yeah, why not? I dejectedly follow Sayori. Am I saying that right? Sayori across the school, upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori is full of energy, so I'm eating, guys. Swings open the door. Open the classroom door. I apologise. Sayori. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. This is girl 1. What? She doesn't have a name. Oh, maybe because I don't know who she is yet. I've got to give her a voice. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Girl 2. Seriously, you bought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. And girl 3. Oh god, I can't do 4 voices. Grump. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Oh, words escape me in this situation. Like my crap voicing. But there you go. I'll try and stick with it. I don't know. I will. I'll try and stick with it. Okay, let's do it. This club, it's full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Humph. The girl with a sour attitude whose name's apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognise. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can't just ignore her when she gets moody. Oh no, you can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki. She's always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. I guess that was Yuri. What was her accent? Oh, don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. It's nice to meet you both. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That right? I'm going to give her a farm accent. That's right. It's great to see you again, Grump. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. I think they're all athletic, aren't they? Basically, completely out of my league. Alright, fair enough, mate. So having her smile at me generally feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Grump. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. There's loads of tables. Why do I have to sit next to you? I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desk arrangements to form a table. Sayori mentioned it's been widened. It's been widened so that there is one more space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. That would have been cool if it let me choose, but maybe it doesn't matter. Unless it was like in the middle and it wasn't either side of them, but whatever. Okay, Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray and reveals a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. My god, that's amazing. I made cupcakes and mine look like turds. They taste nice, but they don't look good. Whatever. Right. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute. I had no idea. Oh no, it's Monika, isn't it? I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full, and it's already managed to get icing on, and more managed to get icing on her face. She's so mucky. Just like close your mouth and don't talk with your mouth full. I think I did earlier though, so who am I to talk? I turn the cupcake around in my finger, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She's waiting for me to take a bite. Or is she waiting? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet, full of flavour, and I wonder if she made it herself. I know this is like lore building, I guess, to some degree, but there's a lot of mundane detail here, isn't there, so far? Okay, whatever. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sorry. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you. You know, you dummy. Okay, is she like just being awkward or something, or what? All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yeah, I would too, mate. Definitely. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the teacup tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Here, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, my duty is to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Ah, well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of that politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how we're prepared for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make it something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. So Monika's really good, a really great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah? We'll do our best. You know it. Should I make that girl, I can't remember her bloody name, like a chav type girl. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Okay. Monika must have worked really hard to just find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Grump, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, probably not a lot. Probably just like manga and stuff, I guess. Considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Okay, well, fair enough. Manga. There we go. Thought so. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that build up a deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind these is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Throw you for a loop? What? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Okay. I read a horror book. I read a horror book once. Well, I haven't actually, but anyway, this guy has. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. What sort of accent should I give her? I hate horror. I don't know. I'll figure something out for her. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write down cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give me that back. I can't figure her accent out. And give me that back. Fine. Hey, your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just so cute as you. Suri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I'll try and make her a bit sassy, I think. I think that's impressive. Why do you even share... Oh, why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Bloody hell, that's deep. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Oh, yeah, that is Monika. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ... I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poem. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Question mark. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home, write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Grump? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Oh, are they dejected eyes? Maybe. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Humph. Grump? You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-handed decision when it's like this? That's it. If I'm writing a poem, it is the price I need to... If writing a poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just come up for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I mean, no. Okay, everyone. Why did I just turn into... okay, everyone. What was their accent? Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem. Bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Grump, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I feel like the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Grump, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walked home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. We haven't made any decisions yet. It's just all been us reading this, which is, you know, it's fine. What is it? It's been like 35 minutes of just reading. But Fine, okay. With that, the two of us depart the club and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika, the farmer. Monika, the farmer girl. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Well, he wants to spend time with these 4 girls. So yeah, I'm sure he will. So either spend time with these 4 girls or go to an anime club just full of like blokes. Well, okay, whatever. I mean, there's probably girls in there too nowadays. Not when I was, when I were a lad. When I were a lad, it was like anything geeky was just blokes. So times have changed. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. God, told you my brain needs to catch up with my mouth. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favourite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem at most. Okay, that's cool. Decision time. Awesome. I like that. Oh man, what are we doing? Clumsy, incongruent. Jesus, can't speak. Marshmallow, waterfall, kitty, alone, destiny, bouncy, lipstick, piece. I'm gonna go with kitty. Oh, that's her, isn't it? Yeah, she made the kitty cakes. Breathe. Question. Extreme. Shopping. Starscape. Lucky. Joy. Play. Vivacious. Or prayer. I'm going to go with Starscape. Okay. Dark puppy. Anxiety. Raindrops. Vibrant. Love. Games. Flower. Inferno. Frightening. Let's go with frightening? No, let's go with... Oh, crap. Let's go with puppy. Oh, it's her again. Okay. Wonderful, sing, jumpy, swimsuit, anger, extraordinary. Oh, excuse me. Precious, childhood, boop, melancholy. Let's go with swimsuit. That's her again. Christ. Ambient, bed, excitement, pink, disarray, family, electricity, marriage, flying, vertigo. Let's go with vertigo. Oh god, it's her. I haven't picked Sayori at all. Actually, no, these... Why is there only three girls? There's 4. Is it because he's not interested in Sayori? I don't know. Bubbles, ribbon, headphones, bunny, fluffy, vanilla, chocolate, blanket, broken, mystery, chocolate. It's got to be chocolate. Oh my god, it's her again. Peaceful analysis, nibble, judgment, flea, summer, 12 socks, lollipop or clouds. Let's go with analysis. Okay, we've got her. Massacre, desire, email, fun, death, friends, empty, amazing, shame and grief. Let's go with shame. Okay, we've got somebody different. Anime, romance, journey, nature, warm, beauty, disaster, music and sadness. Let's go sadness. Bloody hell. Lust, despise, cheeks, vivid, proof, climax, comfort, heartbreak, scars. Let's scars. Oh god, we've got her now. Let's try and get something, because she's like pink fluffy cats. She's like all goth, and she seems to be all about, I don't know, like deep meaningful stuff. Let's go with memories. Oh, it's her. This is like crap. Let's go unrequited. Contamination. Oh, it was her. Cage. Essence, landscape, laugh, cute, sparkle, portrait, rainbow, candy, Doki Doki. I'm gonna go with Doki Doki. Oh, it's her now. Depression. Let's go with depression. No, let's go with depression. And let's go with... I'm not going to read all these out. I didn't know there was this many guys. Oh, it's 15 out of 20. Jesus. Kiss. Intellectual. Entropy. Suicide. Infallible, maybe? No, fireworks. And then the last one, let's go with... secretive or pure? Let's go pure. Oh, okay, it was her again. Wow. Let's see what happens. Hi again, Grump. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Grump. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. I'm going to make Yuri posh, Monika farmer, Sayori like cute voice, and I forget the other girl's name, but I'll make her like a sassy chav. Don't know. We'll see. Making you dive headfirst into the literature club when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sorry, told me you didn't even want to join the clubs this year. Join any clubs this year, anyway. And last year too. I don't know. Oh, it's Natsuki. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Oh, that was the bit then. Manga is literature. Well, yeah, of course it is. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Grump always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Not with a name like Grump. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Christ. Is that so? Hee. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Grump can become good friends too? Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. That's not that weird, really. I mean, you could say, yeah, you know, if we get on and we click, we can become good friends, unless he fancies her or he's just socially awkward, I guess. I don't know. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? No, never mind. Sorry made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. I don't think so, mate. What happens if she gave you, like, a dead bird or something? Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might like. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. What, is she saying you've got a short attention span? That's a bit insulting. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Well, it is a book club, so this is How girls accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Okay. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she's lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah! Oh, it's different music now. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. What sort of a club is this? They just go off and do their own little thing? It's a bit pants. But only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her feel uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not all for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Yeah, she bought 2 copies, one for her, one for you. I mean, you got to be blind not to see that. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What about it anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front. All right. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about a girl in a high school who moves with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationship, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Aha! Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Grump? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems completely different. It's just that those kind of stories are they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologise. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Just let me get into the book. Sorry, just let me get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put down into my bag. Alright, it's fine. Alright, is it fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That's it, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Oh, alright. I open the book and start the prologue. It's a bit strange, isn't it? You should be used to people sitting by you in class and stuff, so why would this be any different? Anyway. As soon as I understand what Yuri means about reading in company, it's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realise that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologise a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. Oh, she's gone red. Aha. Here. This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and then hold the book more between us. Between the two of them. Sorry. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each learn a little bit... Sorry, once we... God, I'm flagging now. Once we each lean in a little bit, her shoulders are almost touching. Or our shoulders, not hers. That would be a bit weird. Can't do that. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Put your left arm around her, dude. Make the move. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn pages. Here. Oh, different angle, finally. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it to flip her side. Yeah, because they read the other way round to the European way. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It actually kind of distracting me. Of course it is. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer, because you're a thicko. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue to read. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Ooh. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Yeah, that doesn't... You're not really making it erotic, are you? It's a bit... whatever. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she's also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. She's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. Mate, this is dangerous. You shouldn't be psychoanalyzing women. That's not good. Not a good move. But they're like kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yeah. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Grump, that's probably because you're a twat. A terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait. See, I told you he shouldn't have... What an idiot. Oh, well. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. I'm sorry. I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. Well, anybody would, you moron. Jesus, mate. I guess I more meant that kind of cute. That it's kind of cute. Aha. Well, what are you saying all of a sudden? Oh, well, I forgot our accent. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. No, you idiot, read it with her. Jesus. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. I guess she's read up to that point then. Fair enough. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. Just mark the page, dude. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Oh God, what am I going to do? What's my poem? I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. This is going to be an absolute car crash of a poem. I can just see it. But, yeah, let's go with it. Right. Well, now that everyone's ready, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. I've just noticed, guys, I'm really sorry, but my little sign at the bottom where it says Grandmastergrump is covering a lot of the writing, so I think I'm going to change it around for the next one. But I hope you can understand all my accents and get the gist of what's going on. Right. Yeah, let's crack on. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Oh, I thought I had to just read it out. Okay. Well, let's go with Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I shared mine with her first. Yeah, that's why I did it. It wasn't random at all. Question mark. Well, it's about time. It's about what I expected for someone like you. That's a little blunt. So you don't read the poem, it just puts something together in an algorithm, I guess, in the background, and then their responses from the words you picked? That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It's just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Okay, how come it should have put a poem together for me? That's a bit crap, but there you go. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That's crap. Yeah, I told you weren't going to like it. I didn't like it. It was rubbish. You didn't put any thought into that, really. You just put two words that were rhyming against animals. I like it. No, I don't. Why? I need to choose. That's nonsense. Anyway, whatever. What? Just be honest. I am. No, he's not. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of the poem for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when easy is easy to read, but it hits you hard. That did not hit me hard, but whatever. I like this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nicer thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. I like setup for a rhyme and at the end, but then it fall flat. Oh God, come on, Grump. I like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realised. Yeah, I don't think it did. That's what I mean, it to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here. You didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humour her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. She looks like she had little vampire fangs there. Right, let's pick. Excuse me. Let's pick. Let's pick Yuri. Yuri reads the poem. I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say it out loud? Yuri covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. They don't have many animations. I mean, they could have made her cover her face with her hands, but whatever. Let's keep going. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? God, she's got no confidence, has she, poor girl? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Aha! Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary and metaphors indicates you have written a lot of poetry before. Really? No, I have not. Jesus. Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She races her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. Excuse me. God, I need some more chocolate milk. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognise in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. Christ, this is deep, isn't it? The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanour totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. It also helps that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologising to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Right, here we go. Oh my god, can I read that? That's Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green of the future. Blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calms breathing air of present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Oh, the light flickers. I flicker back. Okay. I'm sorry, I haven't such a terrible handwriting. Yeah, you do. Well, actually, no, it's quite nice, but I couldn't read it properly. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easily to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story is about a ghost. Oh, it isn't about a ghost at all, Grump. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left without nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Grump. Okay, why are you trying to do your best for me? Me too. Right, okay. Yeah, fair enough. I suppose, yeah, fair enough. Right, we'll do the last two, and then we'll probably call it a day. And then I'll move all of this crap around on the screen so we can read the next time we do this. So, unless you really are enjoying my voices on this, let's do Sayori. Sayori. This is a really good poem, Grump. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. And I'm the kind of guy who would be writing... Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in his spare time? No, I'm a man's man. I like anime clubs and shit like that. I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. Oh crap, what am I doing? No, return. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. That was unnecessary, wasn't it? I know it was like to himself. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? Like I said before, Grump, deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things is for other people. That's something that That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. What is his motive? Just to hang out with some cute girls? Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason why I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have a lot of fun here, okay? This will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay. Now you read my poem too, right? She didn't even comment on my poem. She just said, well done for writing one. That's a bit pants, isn't it? Anyway. Yeah, I'll read it now. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Well, okay, I mean, it kind of rhymed, it was alright, but then these two lines are just shite. I'm not mad, I want breakfast. What? Okay. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how shall I put it? It just sounds like you. Really? Yay. Oh, yay. Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Oh, I could go for some eggs and toast right now. Even though you were late to school. Or even though you're late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. That was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. and I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Why did she just say that Monika's the best? Is she trying to set us up or something? Dunno. Alright, let's get Monika out the way. Are you, Grump? Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. Why? Like, you should suggest things like you need to bring cupcakes every week. You know, things like that. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, I want to share your poem with me. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Aha! She's a pirate now. Don't worry, Grump. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I handed Monika my poem. Great job, Grump. I was going ooh in my head while I was reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go. But I expected you to go for something so. I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Not expected you. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy. It's for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Yeah, set the bar low, mate, and then you know you can just climb. That way, it always counts when I put some more effort in. Aha! That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imaginary and symbolism. Like Sayori, who likes a single, simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it by just feel, or letting them deeply analyse all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near his level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sorry, this small little, Japanese girl has got a thick farmer accent. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Aha! Aha! Anyway, do you want me to read your poem now? Oh, sorry. Anyway, do you want me to read your poem now? Don't worry. Something. Can I go back? Oh, I can't go back. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay. Christ, she's got a long poem. Hole in the wall. Okay, but that's not a glory hole or anything. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I appear inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A whole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Is this about her? Is she like being, I don't know, like abused by her boyfriend or something? That's getting a bit dark now. Okay. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. No, I'm not. Aha, it's okay. Yeah, it's kind of style that has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. Well, I cocked that straight up because that was a proper cock up because I was pausing and mumbling and I didn't get that, timing right at all. But there you go. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I've had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Goodbye. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Probably not. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting, while eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Natsuki, what's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. Returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have tried to hard? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Oh God, my brain's going. Thanks, but I really didn't come out. It really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. I wasn't looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Grump did too. I didn't. I really didn't. It was fucking horrendous, but there you go. Actually, not horrendous. It was just, no, I didn't like it. So, based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Grump liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realise you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not... What's this music happening now? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're jealous that Grump appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Oh, here we go. Catfight. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you... You are that full of yourself. No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out my way to make everything I do so overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, she fucked off quick, didn't she? She's like, no, I'm out of here, mate. Screw that. Well, you know what? What am I talking about? Oh, you know what? No, it's the right person. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Grump started showing up. Oh my lord! Her boobs grew. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Grump, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get her over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have even happened in the first place. That's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason. Oh, sorry. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meanings should jump out at the reader, not force them to to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Grump. What? Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Grump? Well... you're both right. Just say you're both right and be done with it. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? Why is there like this circus clown music? It's not... I don't know. No, it's like a circus clown music mixed in with a bit of like spooky music. It's a bit weird. Anyway. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh no. No. Right, Christ. Well, I don't like her writing because it is too simple, but then she is all about deep and meaningful. And her boobs grew for me, which he must appreciate, you know, that her boobs grew. So I'm going to say that's Yuri. Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's it. But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're just putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologised. Don't you think you should do too? Nah. Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I ended up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to walk and clear my head. Sorry, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It will spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem in her hand and throws it in the trash. Natsuki? She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has a chin buried in her hand while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. So I guess we kind of did take her side. But we were trying to sort of play devil's advocate, which is kind of good, I guess. Sai, everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? Oh, now I am taking her side. You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, all right, I believe you. Thanks, Grump. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, well, I'd never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? About her boobs, mate. She said it about her boobs. Well, never mind that. I'm going to go and make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave, but she's just making tea. How did you all feel about sharing poems? I think it went pretty awful, to be honest. It pretty crap. It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Oh, she's back. Grump, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. Hello, Atomic Wolf Razor. Welcome to the channel. Hello from Monika. Yeah, cool. I mean, if you are enjoying this, then please do follow me. I'm going to put it up on YouTube as well if you missed this, or if you want to rewatch it. But I'm also going to do more of these. So yeah, my voice acting is something to be. Well, it's not that desirable, but anyway, I'll crack on. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you would learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes? With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Grump, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Eehee. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I really can't say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, what happened earlier? Well, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they made good friends with you. Phew. You know, Grump, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, I'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright, well, so far it's pretty upbeat. I've got to do another. So it looks like I'm just doing poems, I guess. Well, let's keep going for a little bit longer. I'll probably do another half an hour or so. So, yeah. Alright, what should we pick? Let's pick something that maybe Natsuki might like, because I feel like we've pissed her off a bit. So let's go with Boop, and then Fluffy, and then Shiny, then Cute, obviously. We'll do a couple. Let's do 10 for her. Yeah. Cage. What have we got? Kiss. Something more cute. Is it Clumsy? Oh no, that's her, isn't it? Oh, bollocks. Sugar. Amazing. Oh, okay. Sweet. I thought that she would be for the sweet, but never mind. Grief. Oh god. Insight. So I'm picking words that I think they like, but then sometimes you pick these darker words and it can relate to any of them, really. It's not just one of them. Imagination is going to be her. Lust. I picked swimsuit last time. Let's do, not meager. Let's pick ocean. Hurt. God, she's got a lot of pain going on, hasn't she? I don't think any of them are Sayori, though, are they? I can't tell. I'm useless with the bloody haircuts and whatnot and faces. Despise. Milk. And marshmallow. And then one last one. Let's go with disown. That'll do, won't it? Let's crack on. Right, another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've got a little more comfortable here. Shall I move all this around? Yeah, I'm going to move this around quickly, guys. Let me move my header around. So
a few moments later.
Right. There we go. Yes, nice one. Right, I've got a little more comfortable over here in the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Grump. Yo, Sayori. It looks like you're in a good mood today. Hee hee. I'm just not used to you being in the club, that's all. What do you mean? It's been a while, apparently. I don't know. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simplest things with you anyway. Mate, that's insulting. You know, you're just basically calling her simple, aren't you? Arse. Never mind. Poor Yuri. No, Sayori, sorry. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No, thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Aha! Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and let the contents spill out all over the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Aha! I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. Mate, be a gentleman. You should, like, you know, buy her something, arse. That's not fair. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. Even if you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But then there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves one option. Ah, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. What an arsehole. Come on, mate. Be nice to your friend. Oh, who've we got? Yuri. Aha. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. Aha. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri. Tell Grump to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. That's no way you could think. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. What? The revolution? I think that's a bit of a weird translation. Oh, okay, she's correcting her. Retribution. That still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside you, all of us, isn't there? Hee. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Oh, she did have a little plan. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Pwap. What's pwap? I don't know. Kai. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Aha! I was just going to give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though, haha. Natsuki, it's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Yeah, I think I would hug the cookie as well, but... Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. This is going to a lot of detail about cookies. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, what do you think I gave that one to you for? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. The cheeky cow. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful. Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Natsuki, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Where's Monika anyway? Oh, good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she... Has she? I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. Oh, chose the club, sorry. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was all study hall. To be honest, I'm kinda lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. Well, you must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn the piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay. That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Grump. Monika smiles sweetly. Oh no, that's not her. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry about. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back into her book. Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I think this is the next bit. I hear Natsuki utter exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monika. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How do you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. I'm going to give Natsuki a bit of an attitude, I think. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it from my hand. Then she turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the whole world. I know that feeling. I get closer to look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. Yeah, like he's probably considers himself a connoisseur or something. If you're going to judge, you can just do it through the glass on that door. She points at the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. Yeah, he was. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Grump. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hand. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colourful attires striking animated feminine poses. Like those 4 girls. It's exceedingly mo. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signalling me for me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read all at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space where she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I've read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes she's a bit too sassy, I think. Maybe sometimes after I've finished the series. Yeah, that made sense. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in a high school, a typical slice of life affair. I kind of grow out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like this really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. Well, that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's entertaining. But later on, there are all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. And there are so many touching parts. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. And... thank you, Anime Boy, for following me. Yeah, I am trying to do the voices. It's entertaining and probably a bit embarrassing, and if I do mess up, I apologise, but I've given one of the girls a bit of a farmer voice. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll be back in a second, guys. I'm just going to take a quick break because I need the loot. 2 seconds.
Later that same evening.
Have you seen what's happened to Sayori? No, not yet. Maybe I have to look at that. What, on here? Oh, in the story? No, not yet, because I'm still sort of getting to know them. This is like the second or third day of the poem creation. So I've read a book with Yuri, and now I'm sat with Natsuki doing the manga reading. But yeah, it's pretty light-hearted at the moment. I mean, I know a few of them are into a few of the darker sort of elements of their life. Like they're into a bit gothy type thoughts and feelings, especially Yuri. But apart from that, it's pretty just standard stuff at the moment. It's an awkward guy trying to get with some girls. and figure out what's going on in their dynamic. But yeah, what I'm going to do, guys, is I need to pop off just for 20 minutes to do something. And I've been streaming for about 2 hours. But what I'll do is, thanks for following me, Anime Boy. That's really cool. And is it Anime Boy or Anime Boyo? Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. But I am going to come back hopefully in about 20 minutes or so, if you're still around, and continue with this. I've done a couple of hours already. So yeah, give me 20 minutes, guys, and I'll be back. Okay, thanks for watching. Won't be long.